All right, so the meeting is being recorded. Thank you, Mr. Jetro. So, like I was saying, I'm going to be your host for tonight. My own name is Tosin. All right, Tosin. And in case you are interested in also checking more about your hosts, about myself, you can check me on LinkedIn, Tosin Ayodeji, or check me out on my portfolio, tosinayodeji.xyz. That's www.tosinayodeji.xyz. You can see more about myself there. And your instructor is an AI instructor at VA Global. He has built a lot of AI agents and systems. All right. And that is why he is qualified, in fact, more than qualified to teach you AI automations. And tonight is going to make sure that all of us here are beginners and you want to take us through AI automation. So definitely you cannot just jump into advanced teachings. All right. So it's going to take us like a newborn baby. What is this? What is that? How do you use this tool? How do you connect it? And it's going to go into practical so that you're not just here to come and listen to theory. You understand? And once it's done, we're going to give you room to ask your questions. All right. So just a minute to 9:10, 7:10. Mr. Jetro, I think you can take over now. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Okay, I hope I am loud and clear. I hope you guys can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, just thumbs up. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Please, let's flood the room with emojis. Let's flood the rooms with emojis. I want to see it everywhere. Yes, Timmy, thank you. It's Temili. It's just Temili I'm seeing. Okay, Anthony, I can see you. Benjamin, I can see you. Who else again? Please, let's go ahead. Let's fill up the room. Yeah, Shunamite, I can see you. C, I can see you. Who else again? Who else again? Ayomedia, I can see you. Uh, okay, I'm not hearing anything from other people. But please, this class today is supposed to be the best class for you as a beginner. Actually, when you get to start doing the basics, the introduction, and the master class, and all of those things like that, you're gonna have a lot of crazy class. But this is supposed to be the best class. This is the best class. So I want you guys to work alongside me. I want you guys to share, to contribute, and all of those things. This class is going to be very, very practical, and it's going to be contributory. In other words, I need us to work hand in hand so that you can get to learn the best that you can learn in today's class. So let me do a quick introduction of myself. My name is Jethro Babatunde Michael. I am the AI automations instructor at VAA Global. At VAA Global, I've built a lot of automation tools. In fact, right now, I built one just between yes. Throughout this week, I was building a particular one, something that helps with hiring and recruiting, especially for SMEs, people who do not necessarily have the money to maybe do the ATS stuff, applicant tracking system, and all of those things. So I know that SMEs do not necessarily, maybe sometimes do not have the finances to bring those things, or maybe they do not have the enough money to go through hiring process and all of those things like that. It takes money to do a hiring, but I just built something that can help them. All they just need to do is just to fill a form, blah blah blah, and then everything is done, all because of the power of AI automation. So all I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of solutions out there that people want. There are a lot of solutions out there that you are supposed to be giving people, and they are supposed to be exchanging those solutions for money. That's just the simple truth. A lot of problems are out there for you to help people to solve, and when you solve that problem for them, they will definitely exchange that solution you are giving them for money. So you into this class and see how much you can gather and learn, so that you can join us in this field. So with that, we are going to get started. With that, we are going to get started. So let's quickly go ahead to find out what is AI automation. What is AI automation? What is AI automation? What is AI automation? Now, when we say AI automation, what do we mean? When we say AI automations, what do we mean? So um, we're talking about integration of AI, integration of artificial intelligence with automation process to handle tasks traditionally that require human intelligence. Let me explain that. So when we talk about AI automation, we're saying putting together AI, a lot of different types of AI together to do something that traditionally needs human intelligence. Let me use something that we understand. So we all are students, or we have gone to the university, we left the university, or we are graduate, or we are still in school. Now you know maths, but you don't know chemistry. You know what they call it now. You know maths, but you don't know chemistry. You know physics, but you don't know further maths. You know all of these other things. Now, if we now gather all the people, let's say your friend know maths and physics, you know chemistry and further maths, and then we gather all what you know and then put it together. And then we say, let these things be happening automatically. That is the idea of AI automations. So you put 2, 3, 4, 5 heads together, that's the AI, and then you put them together, you connect them together, and then you have AI automations. So that is the basic idea around AI automations. Now, AI automations, you do not need to know how to program. I can say that again. You do not need to know how to program to do AI automations. In fact, AI automations is something that you can do very, very simple. Like, it is very, very simple. You just need to know some few things I'm going to be walking you around. Now, the platform that you use for AI automation is what we call n8n. n8n. Now, let me share my screen so that you can see. We're going to go to the we're going to go to practicals right now. I hope you guys can see my screen. Please, if you can see my screen, just do a thumbs up. Let's see if you can see my screen. Oh, great. Thank you so much. Good. So, like I said, you want to start with AI automations. You want to do AI automations. The first thing that you need to know, one of the things you need to know, is the platform. Where do I go to do in n8n, or how do I get to start with n8n? What do I need to do? First, you need to know the website. Now, the website for n8n, there are three actually websites. There are three platforms that you can use for AI automations. Number one, you have n8n.io. You have Zapier. You have make.com. There are other new ones that are out, like clouds and all of those and all of those things like that. So let's start with n8n. Let's say n8n.io. That is the website, n8n.io. Then I'm going to also open Zapier for us so that you just see what they all look like. Zapier, so that you see what they all look like, and then make.com. Make dot. Let's wait for these. Make.com. Okay, good. So Zapier is zapier.com. So you're going to click, you can just go directly to zapier.com. You're going to have that opened as well. Okay, Nigeria is beginning to happen to this network. Okay, zapier.com. So let's wait and see. Good. So this is what Zapier.com looks like. This is what Zapier.com looks like. And then we have make.com. So this is n8n, right? This is n8n. This is what it looks like. This is Zapier. This is what it looks like. Now, from here, you can see something like the automation layer for agentic AI. Now, AI automations is also called agentic AI, other name for AI automations. So you can just when you come here, you see a lot of things that is there for you. Um, yes, uh,
All right, I think our instructor is having network issue. But can you guys hear me? Can you hear me from your end? If you can, just let me know. Just give me a thumbs up. Okay, thank you so much. So once he's back, I'll let us know. So let me just take it from where it stopped. Okay, I'll take it from where it stopped, and he's going to join us. Okay, so this is the platform, and like you were saying, as he joined back, please once he's back, someone should just let me know so that I can give him the mic. So like you was saying, right, there are different AI platforms available for us. Personally, I enjoy working with Zapier, right? You might enjoy working with anything, all right? And some might enjoy using Make. And to be honest, there are some scenarios that you can't just use one for. You have to combine a lot of different platforms together to achieve. You understand? So when a client, this is the person that wants to pay you to create an agent for him or her, or could be a business, where they approach you with what they want, whatever it is they are telling you, whatever it is their needs are, is what will determine the right platform for you that you will use. You understand? So once you are here, just simply sign up. You understand? Sign up. So let's try and sign up with this account I joined with. The brand account is the one instructor is using. So let me just try this and see if you can quickly sign up with it. They've sent an OTP. Welcome back, Mr. Jet. Are you here now?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I think it's your network.
Yeah, I'm guessing that that's the problem. But I hope I'm loud. You guys can hear me now.
Yes, please. We can hear you.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. So thank you so much, sir, for standing in. We're going to continue from where I stopped. So I was mentioning earlier that we need to there are three platforms. We have make.com, we have Zapier, and we have n8n. So let's continue right from n8n quickly. So with n8n, when you use the website n8n.io, to bring you to this place where we are currently. And what you need to do is you can just quickly just scan through to see what the page looks like. Just go ahead to just check. Right here, you can see that there are over 500 integrations, 500 apps that you can connect through on your n8n to get what you're looking for. Like what we mean here is that, earlier I was saying that AI automations is putting together a lot of apps, putting together apps together so that you can do something that traditionally requires human intelligence or human intervention. So as you can see here, you see this is Discord. This is a Microsoft Sheets right here. This is Google Calendar. This is Outlook. This is MailChimp around here. I hope you guys can still see my screen. Please, if you can see my screen, just send a thumbs up so that I'm sure we are together. Very good, very good. So these are over 500 apps that you can connect together and get what you're looking for. So let's quickly just register. So if you want to register, you just come and then you click get started here. When you click get started, another page will open to show where you can register. Another page is going to open to show where you can register. So the most important thing you need to do is to register. Now, the brand's email, let's see if we can register with the brand's email. So you're going to put your email here. You're going to put your email here to register. That's the first thing you need to do. You put your email. Don't mind the fact that you are asked for company email. Don't mind that fact. Okay, just put your email. Your personal email will do, and you click submit. Now when you click submit, you're supposed to get a message. You're supposed to get a message on your email that more or less like a login code, like a login for to authenticate that you're logging in or you're signing up and all of those things like that. So let's wait for our email to come in. It's saying that's already sent. Oh, okay. There was a mistake from my end here about the mail, so we are going to restart it. It's supposed to be VAA Global, yeah, Global Training at gmail.com. Good. So let's click submit. This account has been registered. Fine. So let's quickly do something. Let's get a temporary mail quickly. Let's get a temporary mail quickly. Let's get a temporary mail quickly, and then so that we can do this quickly. So you can use temp.gmail. Yeah, this one. You can use this one. So you can just change the mail. Let's look for one that has a Gmail on it. Let's look for something that has a Gmail on it quickly. Let's look for something that has a Gmail on it and quickly use it. Okay, we can use this. So sometimes some of these things you usually see that there are ads on this part, but I'm just using this because we the brand email is already having an account on it. So I'm just going to use a temporary email to just log in. Let's just wait for a few minutes so we can get this done. Okay. All right, good. So we have this mail. So you can just quickly copy this, and then you come here and then you can paste it right here. Let's say this is our email. So you click submit. Now when you click submit, you're going to click go here, and then you're going to see the inbox around here. So you can see this is our email, and this is what's supposed to come out on the mail. Ideally, this is what's supposed to happen on the mail. So you're going to get this number, you copy it, you copy this number, and then you paste. So this is not copying. You can just get it, maybe write it down. So this is 128 16 81, 128 16 81, 16 16 yeah, 681, sorry, 681. So 681, and then we click submit. So it's going to ask you for your full name. So let's say VAA Global. Let's say this is VAA Global, and then it's going to ask you for password. You can just put something you can quickly remember. Then account name. Now this is more or less like a nickname, so you can just use VAA Global or whatever nickname you want to use, VA Global or whatever nickname you want to use. So you have to verify that you're a human being here, and then you click on 14 days trial. Now you need to wait for this to be successful before you can continue. So you click start 14-day free trial. Okay, as you can see, this name has already been picked, so you can just add maybe a symbol or something just to make it different. So I just added a hyphen at the back. So let's wait, let this verify. Now, if you're using a free account on n8n, the idea is that you only have 2 weeks for it to work, just 2 weeks. Now, as you can see, I use a temporary email or a disposable email. If you would like to continue, you can just go ahead to use another temporary email. And then I'm going to walk you through how you can save all of your work and all of those things like that. So we are done with setting this up. Let's click start free 14 days trial. Okay, now you can see that it's saying that it must be in lowercase, followed by letters, digits, or hyphen. So let's add another letter. Let's make it double L, the global. Let's make it double L. Let's start free 14 days trial. As you can see, this has worked. So you can save your password. Now they're going to ask you a lot of information. Somebody is raising a hand. Okay, please, Anthony, please kindly drop your question. We're going to attend to it shortly. Thank you so much. So you're going to be asked some questions here. They're just questions to just know you better. So you can just select anything that applies to you. So we can say this is only us. We can say we are in the other niche. Let's say TSP, training service provider. Then let's say you can just choose whatever applies to you. You don't, whatever you choose does not determine which service you're going to get. That's the truth. So you can just choose whatever applies to you. So these are all things that you need to do. So at this point, you can skip this part because they're asking you if you need to add any colleague. The idea is you're a company, but you can skip this part, so you can click skip. Now they're going to take you to this part, and then you're going to click start automating. When you click start automating, you'll be taken to your dashboard, your n8n dashboard, your n8n Canva. So I'm going to show you that right away. Let's wait for this to load up quickly. Good. So we are here. We are live right here. This is what our dashboard looks like. As you can see, welcome VAA. Now, you have two options here. I'm going to, you can actually run a live demo, or you can start from scratch. Now, what does a live demo means? A live demo is maybe you copied something from somewhere and just want to paste, and then you just run it. Or better still, you get a demo of something. So this is more or less like a demo. It's telling you that this is something you can try, this is something you can test, and all of those things like that. Basically, that's what a demo means. However, you can also start afresh. You can also start afresh. So you can just delete, you can just highlight this whole thing here, the whole thing here, by just pressing your left click and then hold, and then you drag, and then you hit delete. and then everything has gone. So the first step was to run a demo where you just click that point, they will just give you a random workflow, a random automation that has been built by somebody, and then you can just test it and try it out. But then let's assume that you're starting afresh. Immediately you click start afresh, you're going to have this here. This is what you're going to see. Everything on this screen is what you're going to see. Now let me walk you through some things. The first thing is this part. Add the first step. Add the first step. Now this tells you where to start. And then you see this part is saying build with AI. In other words, it is possible that you can use AI to do AI automations. AI can help you to build AI automations. That's the basic idea around this. That is just the basic idea around this. Now let's come back to this part. On this part, the left hand side, you can see my cursor right here. When you click plus, or when you when you click this that expands the sidebar, you're going to see everything the way you're supposed to see it. So this is the overview panel, where when you click it, you're going to see all of your workflows. Now we say workflows. When we say workflow, we mean all of the AI automations that you have designed. That's your workflow. The AI automations you've designed, that's your workflow. So when you click overview, it's going to take you to where you're going to see all your workflows. Yes. Now, also from the overview, you can actually click create workflow. That means start afresh, start building another AI automations. So when you click it, it's going to bring you here afresh. It's going to bring you here afresh. Now, you have other things here. Now, if you click add first step here, it's going to bring you here. But also, if you click this plus sign here, it's going to open that side panel, this side panel. So if you click here, you're going to open this. Then if you click here, this one is also going to open. Now, if you come up here, this is your publish button. This publish buttons means that by the time you have finished building your automations, you want to publish it so that everybody can have access to it. This is the button you're going to click. Now, this button is for the history. So let's say you have made a particular, you have added a particular, you added something to your AI automations, and then you added another thing. This particular button tells you about the versions, the history of the things that you have added. If you want to go back to a particular version of what you have done, you can go back to this point. All you just need to do is to click it. Right now, we don't have anything, so it's not going to work. So that's that node. Then these three dots you can see right here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, these three dots you can see right here. This one that you can see right here. This part gives you a lot of options. Now let's open it so you can see. The first option is you can edit the description of your workflow. Yes. Then you can duplicate your workflow. You can download your workflow. You can share your workflow. You can rename your workflow. Then you can import your workflow from URL or from file. Now, what do I mean? Remember, I said that your workflow is like the automation, the whole thing that you have designed. So this part is saying that these are the things you can do with the automation or the workflow. You can edit the description on the workflow. You can duplicate the workflow. You can download the workflow. If you want to share, you can share. Then you can rename or import from URL or import from file. Now, what do we mean by import from file? Just like you know that you can import, maybe if you're using VLC or any player, you can import a particular subtitle on the player. For those of you that are using laptops and computers, you can import. It's the same thing. So automations have files that you can import. Just like the demo you saw earlier, you can actually go and just take a particular sample and import it, and everything will be showing on your dashboard. Now, enough of all of the talkings. Let's stop all of the talkings. Let's move to practicals. Now, there are three things you need to know. There are three things you need to know with AI automations. There are three things you need in AI automations. For your automation to work, you need three things. The first is the trigger, and I'm going to explain what a trigger is. The second is maybe the nodes, and then you can have conditions. So number one, trigger. Number two, nodes. Number three, condition. First, trigger. Second, node. Third, conditions. So let me write it down so that you can see it. So that you can see what I'm about to say. So I say number one, you need to have your trigger. Number two, you need to attach a node. Number three, you might have conditions. So you can see, just check the chat on our Google meeting right now. You will see I wrote everything down: trigger, nodes, and condition. Trigger, nodes, and condition. Those three things. Now, what is a trigger? A trigger, like you hear, is something that activates another thing. Just like, the trigger of a gun. Yes, the trigger of a gun. If you don't press that trigger, the gun is not going to be active. The bullet is not going to come out. Nothing will happen. There's nothing you do. Nothing is going to happen. Yes, the same thing works in AI automation. You must have a trigger. Without a trigger, you can join the whole of this world together. There is nothing that will be activated. So you must have a trigger. And a trigger is the first thing that you must put on your workflow. That is the first thing you must put on your workflow. A trigger is the first and the foremost thing you must have on your workflow. Then we talk about conditions. Conditions are part of the tools you use on AI automations that determines what happens. So, for example, if you remember maths very well, I'm sorry for those who didn't like maths when they were in university, or maybe when they were in secondary school. You remember the expression that says, if X is this, then find Y. Then this simultaneous equation, you have two equations that say, if this equals to this equation, if X equals to 3, then Y equals to let's say 5, then solve the equation 3x minus 2y equals to 20. Now, they are trying to tell you that the condition, they're giving you the conditions for 3x plus 2y equals to 20. They are telling you that 3x plus 2y will only be equals to 20 if you find x and y. So that's the way conditions also work in AI automations. It's saying that if this is what is happening in this previous node, then this should happen. Don't worry, I'm going to take you through. I'm going to give you something very practical that explains this thing that I'm saying right now. So just follow me. The third thing are the nodes. The nodes are the other things you put together. So let's quickly go back to our dashboard and let us start. Now, let me ask a question. What is the first thing that you need, that you must have on your automation or your workflow for it to get to start to work? Somebody should unmute and tell me. What's the first thing you need to have?
Trigger.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. A trigger. Now, let's go to what so if since it's a trigger, what is the first thing we need to do so that we can, okay, let's leave that aside. Now, since we say it's a trigger, I said you can either click here and then this side panel will open, or you click here and then this side panel is going to open. Now, if you click here, if you look up here, you will see that there's a question that they are asking you. What triggers this workflow? In other words, the moment you start, you must have a trigger. That's what they are trying to tell you. And so they are now giving you options of what your trigger should be. So you will see that under this bolded question here, you will see that a trigger is a step that starts your workflow, just like I explained. Now, they are giving you options down here about the types of trigger. The first one you can see here is trigger manually. In other words, they are saying that this runs the flow on clicking a button on n8n, good for getting started quickly. In other words, it's saying that this can only be triggered manually. If you don't click this particular thing, if you're choosing this one, if you don't click the button, it's not going to work. The second option they're giving you here is on app events. In other words, it is saying that until an app receives an activity before the work they are going to do, before it will start working. If the app does not receive the activity, it's not going to happen. So, for example, let's say Telegram. And actually, you're going to even learn how, when we get to, at some point, you will get to learn some of these things. But the point is, an app, if you're choosing the second one, an app will will have to receive an activity before the whole system will be automated. Then this third one is saying on a schedule. So it is saying that until a particular day or a particular hour or a particular minute before your entire work is going to start working, the entire thing is going to start working. If it is not that particular day, it's not going to start working. So let's say, for example, you are let's say, for example, you go to church every Sundays, every Wednesdays, and every Thursdays, and then you want to create something that helps to remind you, or maybe in your youth group you want to send reminders about maybe youth fellowship groups, or maybe you want to send reminders about a particular call. So the first thing you're going to do, your trigger is going to be that, okay, by so day and by so time, these reminders should be sent. That's just how it works, and so on and so forth. So you have a lot of options here. Like I said, you have the on schedule, you have on webhook, you have on form submission, you have when executed by another workflow, you have on chat message, and then you have when running an evaluation or other ways. So those are the examples of the triggers that you have. Now, let's pick a particular trigger. Let's pick a particular. Let's pick this one. Let me delete this and show you again. So let's pick this first one. Runs the flow on clicking the button. So if you click it like this is what you're going to see. So what this means is that anything you connect to this node will not work until you come and click execute workflow. Now, you can either click execute workflow from here, or you click it from down here, or you click play here. Yes, those are the three places you can click for you to execute the workflow. However, do not forget, like I said, that when you finish, if you are choosing this one, your workflow will not work until you personally come and click. However, when you're using other triggers, if you come to the stage of publishing, you just click publish. You don't have to come and be clicking execute workflow again. For this particular trigger that we're using, even if you click publish right now, it's not going to work because it is a manual trigger. You are the one that will have to come and be pressing it for it to work. Good. So you can open. So for every node, this is what we call a node. This is a node, or it's a trigger node. So for everything like this, you can actually double click and see what is happening inside. You can double click and see what is happening inside. So now, let's say we've added this. This is our trigger, right? Let's say this is our trigger. And then let's say we want to say, okay, let's choose another trigger. But before we choose another trigger, let's execute this one. So when you click execute workflow, you're going to see a green sign around this. A green sign around this. It tells you that it has worked successfully. So when you double click, you're going to see that you're going to see some of the things, or some of the informations around here. But because this is a manual trigger, you might not see anything. So let's add another trigger. Let's add another trigger. So when you come here, and then you already have a trigger, you need to come down here, and then you see add another trigger. So when you click this part, then you're going to be given options like this. Now let's choose on schedule. Let's choose the on schedule trigger. On schedule trigger. Now let's close this. Now this is the on schedule trigger. As you can see, it also looks like this one. Even this one, you can click execute workflow. However, because this one is on schedule, it is not manual. If you click publish here right now, the moment you set the time for it to work, it will definitely work. And I'm going to show you. Good. So now let's say we want to set up this trigger right now. So all you need to do is to double click. It will open up. Now you will see here, they give you the trigger intervals. Number of, maybe you want it to happen in days, or you want to happen in seconds. If you want to say every second, this workflow should be triggered, you just click seconds. And then you come, you say triggers, seconds for the trigger should be 30 minutes. So every 30 minutes, this is going to be triggered. If you want it to be in hours, you can choose hours to say, okay, every 1 hour or every 1 hour, 20 minutes, this thing should be triggered. So if you've set it like this, you can test the trigger. Like, is somebody saying something? Okay, I guess that's a mistake. So you can test the trigger by clicking test this trigger. And when you test it, you're going to see some informations here. Now, when it comes to doing AI automations, this, as you can see, this is your output. In other words, for what you have done here, this is the result. For the action that you have put in here and you have tested it, this is the result. So if you have something like this, it is telling you that what you have done, this is the result of everything. This is the result of everything. Now, that is enough explanation about triggers. Now, let's put together these things: trigger, conditions, and nodes. Trigger, conditions, and node. Now, I've shown you the manual trigger, which is this one, which will not work until you manually come and click it. And then I've shown you one of the automatic triggers, which is this one. Among all of these triggers, let me delete this so that we can start all afresh. If you click here, among all of these triggers, the only one that is a manual one is this one. That is the only one that is manual. Every other thing here is automatic. So we're going to do a practical right now. Now, how many of you remember all of this issue about tax? The one that the government is saying they're going to tax you. If your salary is up to 800,000, you're going to get taxed as a personal person. If your salary is above 800,000, there's an amount of tax that's going to be deducted. How many of us remember? Please, if you remember, just reply by sending your emoji. Good. Wait. Where's everybody on the group? Okay, good. So now what we are going to do, we're going to do a very simple practical. Now the practical is, so let's say the federal government is asking us, all of us on this call, to build an automation that will send Nigerians emails, right? And the idea is that if your salary is up to is between 800,000, is between 0 to 800,000, you're going to receive an email to say you are not eligible to be taxed, and so therefore you don't have to be worried about tax. Then if your salary is from 800,000 and above, you are going to be taxed. We're going to do that practically right now. Who is excited to see something like that? Yes, I'm waiting. Please, who is excited? Okay, good. All right, let's go. Let's get started quickly. I'm going to show you how that works. So the first thing, like we said, we're going to get a trigger. Now, the way we want to do this is that we want every Nigerian to fill a form, right? We want every Nigerian to fill a form. And then it is, if you guys remember very well, even when the tax things were going on, in fact, right now, I think I still remember that they were saying that you need to go and file report on your tax so that the government will know all of the tax thing. Majorly, the discussions around the tax thing was more like you need to come and tell people this amount you are earning and all of those things. You need to fill a form. So we're going to also use that scenario. So we want Nigerians to fill a form. They're going to submit their names. They're going to submit their emails. They're going to submit their phone numbers, and they will tell us their salary. Then we will now decide whether they are going to be taxed or not. So let's quickly go there quickly. So we said we want them to fill form. So the first thing you click add first step, and then you look for on form submission, because filling form is the first stage. So another way to understand trigger is what is the first things that happens in the solution you want to provide, or in the problem you want to solve. What is the first things that happen? So our own is we want them to first submit their forms. So you click on form submission. Now when you click on form submission, you can close it and then you come here. Now, please note that whenever you see a red sign inside any of your notes like this, whether it's the trigger or the condition or the normal notes, whenever I see this, it's telling that there's a problem. And then, as you can see here, it's saying form title is required. So you can, all you need to do is to come here, right? Now, let me take you through all of this. As you can see, you see something like test URL here, and then production URL. What does this mean? Those of you that remember, that know your Google Forms very well, you know Google Forms have links that you can post around so that people can use that link to access that form. The same thing for this. This one also has link, and you can carry the link, you can embed it anywhere, and people are going to see it. We're going to see it practical here. So let's quickly add a form title to this. So let's say let's say FIRS tax form, right? This is the form title. Then let's add a form description. Just something random. Please do well to fill this form with every honesty and sincerity, as defaulters will be liable to face the law. This is just something random, right? Good. So you fill the title, you fill the form description. Very good. Now, the next thing you need to do is to add form elements. What are form elements? Those are maybe the name you want to ask them, the email, and all of those things like that. So what is the label? You can write first name here. First name, right? And then here, they're asking you for element type. In other words, what is the response that they are going to give? Is the response a text? So if you open this, you see that this is a drop down. If you open, you see, is it a text? Is it a password? Is it a number? Is it a file? Is it an email? Is it a drop down? So, so since the first name is a text, you're going to use text input, right? Then you click add attributes here. So because we want them to fill these things, they are must, then you need to come here and click required field. Then you toggle this one on. So it means that they must add a first name. That's what it means. Then the next thing, you're going to add another form element. Again, we're going to ask them for their last name. So you see last name, add last name here. Then, yes, it's a text input. Then you come to add attributes, and then you come to required field, and then you toggle it on. In other words, we're saying they must add their last name. Then you're going to add another form element again. This time around, we want their email. You put email like this. And then when you add email, then you come to this place, you toggle on you open the drop down, then you come here, you're going to see email here. You click it, email. So it means that it will give them the space for email. And then you click required fields because you want to send them a mail. A mail. So you click required. You add another form element. Let's say you want to add a phone number, and then you can say EG for 810-8134-6758, and then you close bracket. Now this you can say number, since it's a number. Good. And then you can decide to say this one is not required. You can just keep that. Then you come to salary, which is another thing that we are looking to get from them. So you click here, add another form element, then you put salary range. You add salary range. Now, this is going to be a drop down because you are giving them options, right? So you click here, then you click drop down. When you click drop down, they're going to give you options to fill in. So you say 0 to 799,999 naira, right? So that's the first option. Second option, you say 800,000 to, I guess, 1.2, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember again. Is it 1.2 or 1.5? So you say 1.5 million. So let's just have these two options. Now, we've done this. Do not forget that you need to make this a requirement. This one has to be a requirement. Yes, because if you don't have the salary range, you will not be able to send them, determine whether they should be taxed or not. So you click attributes, and then you click required field, and then you toggle it on. So we are done with our form. Now we need to test it, right? Let's see what it looks like. So this is your test URL. This is your production URL. You can just click each one of them to have the right one. So when you have the text URL, you come here, you just click on it. It's going to copy by itself. Or better still, if you don't want to copy and paste on another tab, all you just need to do is to say execute this step. Then it's going to open up by itself. This is the way the form is going to look like. But as you can see, it is written here, this is a test version of your form because we are using the test URL for now. Because you're using the test URL. So this is what the form is going to look like. This is what the form is going to look like. Now, for now, right? For now, let us use some random let's use some random information. So let's say my name is Jega, and then first name is Jega, and then my last name is Musa, and then let's say my email is musag@gmail.com, and then let's say my phone number is 234 9134 564789. Now let me select my salary range. Let's say my salary range is just 0 to 79, and then I click it, and then I click submit. Now, when form is submitted, as you can see, we have an output here. See all of the information that Musa has submitted. Everything is on the output here. Everything, and as you can see, our node is showing green. Our node is showing green. Now, after this step, what next? When you collect all of this information, I want you to save the information on the database. I want you to save it on database. Now, our database is supposed to, let's say the database that they have is a Google Sheet database. They want you to save it on Google Sheet, right? So you can look for your Google Sheet. You can just come to your app let's say let's go to you can go through your mail if you want to look for your Google Sheet. Let me show you how to do that. If you're logged in, you can just come here and then you look for Sheets down here. This is it here. The moment you click it, it's going to open up. So you're going to see so the first thing you need to do, there are two ways to do this. You can actually create the sheets from scratch, or you just send it directly. But the professional way is to create the sheets from scratch. So when you are logged in on your Gmail, you go to you see this box, this site for Google Apps. You click blank spreadsheet, and then yeah, you can come here to click blank spreadsheet so that we create a new spreadsheet for our work. I'm wondering why this is taking too much of a time. We need to finish up quickly. All right, while this is loading up, let's add the Google Sheet node. There's always a node for something. So now, see, they said they want all of the information, like this information from Musa that you can see here, this one, they want it to be saved on the Google Sheet, right? Good. Now let's add the Google Sheet node. You click this add here, this side panel is going to open, or better still, if you want to go through this part, you click this. Now you come here, then you try to type Google Sheet on the search bar. It's going to come out, Google Sheet. Sorry, Google Sheet. As you can see, it's right here. So you click. Now, what we want to do, we actually wanted to create the Google Sheet from the other side, but you can actually create it here. However, it is best that you create it from here, like I wanted to do. So when you come back here, you click open blank sheets, and then this is going to open up, right? So we have some information we want to put here. The first thing, we say name. No, we say first name. We say last name. we said email, we said phone number, then we said tax status. What the government is asking us to put on the database. Yes, they want to know whether this person is taxed or whether this person is not taxed. That's what they want to know. So now we have finished filling this up. You can just make this to look more better by just designing it in a way that it looks nice. You can highlight everything and change. IRS. So as you can see, our
Wow, it's been awesome. So just let me know if you are following. Can you
sorry,
give a
can you
thumbs up
guys
if
still
you're
see my
following?
screen?
Okay, you're welcome back. Yes, we can see your screen.
Hello, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. Thank you.
You guys can see my screen. Okay, good, great. Thank you, thank you. So this is our form and it has been saved, as you can see. So we would go back to add the Google sheet right now, in the professional way. So you have to create the sheet first and add all of the information you want to add and save everything. So as soon as you're done, you come here, you click this plus sign, and then you look for Google Sheets. Then you click. Now you want to what you're doing to the Google sheet, or what you're trying to say is that this node you want to add, you want it to append or update a row in the sheet. So right now we want to append. So you just click append row in sheet. Now when you click append row in sheet, since you have not used this node before, you will be asked to sign in. So the first thing you need to do is to come here, sign in with Google. You click this. When you click this, it's going to load up. You're going to select your account. And when you select the account, and then you will follow all of the instructions that you're giving, then you click continue. Now, when you click continue and everything is successful, you're going to see notifications down here, right here. So you can see account connected successfully. Now you've added your Google account to this n8n. In other words, what you're saying is that this node should have access to your Google account where your Google sheet is saved. Now, you will leave all of these things here, but this is where you can change what you want. So on the operations here, when you click it, you can see append or update. You can see append row. Now, what does append row means? It's saying create a new row in sheet. So we want to transfer Musa's information from the form to the sheet. So this is the option we are choosing. So you click append row. Now you need to select which of the Google sheets you want to use. So you come here and then you click this place, and then it's going to load all of the sheets. Now, if you see, this is FIRX tax form. This particular one that is here, as you can see it right here, the options has come here. So you click FIRX tax form. Now it's going to ask you which sheet number. Now, as you can see, we're on sheet 1 here. So when you come here, you click here, you're going to see the option. You see sheet 1 here, you click. Now, when you click it, it's going to show you other informations. Now, what does this mean? What it's trying to tell you is that you need to impute, you need to fill in all of this space. You need to fill in this space, right? Now, if you see informations like this, as far as you are not typing the information by yourself in, right? If you are carrying, if you want it to take any information, so for example, if I type Jega here and I come down here, I type Musa, I just type everything here. What it means is that even if somebody called Tony Abraham fills the form, the information of Tony Abraham is not going to enter here. The reason is because I am imputing the information myself. But if I come here right now, if I come to this part and I decided to pick the information by myself, I decided to say, okay, let me carry this like this and put it here. What it means is that anybody that fills that form, because this is called a variable. Somebody's raising his hand. Please, can you guys still hear me? Oh, great. Please, you need to maybe log out and then log in again. Good. So what I'm saying is that if you type in any information in any of this space below, the truth is that all of the other information that are coming through this part is not going to enter the form. So you call variables. You need to pick them one after the other. They are variables in the sense that any information that is in them is going to enter here. So for now, we have Musa information on them. If Tony Abraham fills the form, if you pick, it will automatically send Tony Abraham's information to this form because we are picking it as a variable, not typing it in on our own. That is what it means. So you need to pick it as a variable. So we have put first name, we have put last name, we're going to put email. We drag email and drop. Drag and drop. Then you're going to drag phone number and drop. Good. Now, we have made a mistake. We did not put an information, a particular information on our form, which is salary range. So we can go back here and add another, let's add another column, let's say to the left. Now let's say salary range. Let's say salary range. Now, if you're done and you've finished, you will see that it will say save in here. And then if you see save to drive, then you come back to your automation. You will notice that there is something that is telling you that columns are outdated. Refresh to see changes. So the moment you click this refresh, it will update with the information on the Google Sheet. So as you can see, we have salary range here, just like we have put on the Google Sheet. So you pick this and then you put it here. That's the end. You're done. Now, for this tax status, we're not going to fill it up now. We're going to fill it up subsequently. Excuse me. So if you want to test this out to see whether if this thing is working, all you just need to do is to click execute step here, or you click execute step here. You click here, bam, and then you wait. You wait for it. As you can see, node executed successfully. These are the information that we took from here, input. As you can see, this is input, this is output. So this has been executed successfully. Now let's go back to our Google Sheet and see whether the things have been filled inside like that. Come to your Google Sheet. As you can see Jega, Musa, this is his email, this is his salary, this is his phone number. Everything has been inputted on the database automatically without us putting it by ourselves. Now, what next should we do? Now, we need to put what we call a switch node. What is a switch node? That is a condition. A switch node is a condition. Remember, I said condition is more or less like if this is this, then this should happen. Are we together? If this is this, then this should happen. Now, let's come here and look for conditions. So you can just type condition here. Now you can see all of the things about conditions here. This time around, we are picking the switch node. as a condition. So you click switch here. Now, there are what called routing rules on the switch node. You need to set up the switch node, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we are saying that if the person's salary is greater than or equal to this amount, the person should be taxed, or the person should not be taxed. But if the thing is greater than or equal to this amount, the person should not be taxed. So let's start. So you're going to pick this as a variable. You're saying if the salary range, you can see is equal to, you can change this. You come here, you come down. Now, this is what a string is, more or less like a sentence. Yes, it's more or less like a sentence. That's what a string is. So you don't have to struggle about this. A string is a sentence. So we are talking about a sentence right now. So you come here, and then you come to is equal to. Is equal to. You click this, then you say 0 to 7999, like this, just like you have it here, like this. If this is equal to this, that's, it should go, the person should not be taxed. Then you need to add another routing rule to say if this salary is equal to 800,000 to 1.5 million. That's what you are saying. So let's rename this output. Let's come here and say if this person, if the salary is just between 0 to 799,999, you say not taxed. Not taxed. Then you can rename this one to say taxed. That's what you are saying. So now let's test this and see. You can click this. Good. As you can see. So let me show you this. So if you finish setting it up, you're going to see everything here. So right now, if you look at here, you see that the green line is on not taxed because Musa's salary is between 0 to 7999. So under here, you can see that Musa is under the not taxed. He's under the not tax stream. If his salary were above this, then he's going to be taxed. So right now, since we have done this, now we are going to update our sheet, our Google sheet, so that it can fill this tax status, right? So that it can fill this tax status. And it is two things. It is two things. Good. So now, let's go back to our automation. You say, you click this, and then you say update. You come to, you look for Google Sheets again. You click open, and then you look for what? Update row in sheets. Update row in sheet. So you want to update Musa's record. So you click update row in sheet, you click it and you open it. Then you come here and then you choose the Google form that you're working on, which is FIRS tax form. You choose the sheet that you're working on, which is sheet 1. Now it's going to show you all of the informations, right? Now, let's fill this part. It says column to match. Now, what is it saying? It's trying to say that how do you identify Musa? How would you identify Musa? The best way to do this is by emails, because emails are more unique than name. There's every tendency that there is plenty people that are bearing Musa Jega. So the best way to fill in this column to match on is to use email. So you can open it and then you click email. Now when you click email, you just come here and drag the email and drop it here. Right? You drop it here. Now, so you can fill up all of these things too if you want. If you decide you might decide not to fill it, because the major thing you want to update is the what they call it now. The major thing you want to update is the tax status, right? The tax status. So let's fill up all of these things. Salary range, first name, last names, and then you have phone number. Now, for tax status, right? For tax status, you can come here and then you say okay, sorry guys, I guess the network is bad tonight. All right, let's continue. So for the tax status, you can actually fill in these things to say you will have to add before this node. You can say if if you can add a if node here. You can add on the conditions again. You can come here, type conditions, and then you choose the if node, right? To say if salary is this. You say if salary is this, and then you add another condition. Better still, you can decide not to add. You can decide not to add what they call it now. You can decide not to add the if node. However, you can also update by just saying, okay, just saying you come here. There's what we call the expression, which is here. You can just and then to do the expression, you need to just use the double curly bracket. You can find it after your P, just after your P. You just input it. Then you say if no, you start with JSON first. Start with your $sign, and then you say if, right? Then you drag salary and put it here. You put it inside here. If salary is equal to, you say 0 to 799, 999, then you have you can put this in parentheses. Put this in parentheses, sorry. Then you say true. However, you can actually decide to do this the other way around. Let me not complicate the whole thing for you. You can actually remove this tax status, just delete it, so that because this is actually another advanced level of this. So we can leave this like this. But then let's get to the part where we add the mails. Let's get to the part where we add the mails so that I don't complicate these things for you. I mean, you guys are beginners for now. We don't have to complicate it. So let's execute. You can decide to remove this node for now. Let's go to the mails to be specific. Now, so we're saying that if your salary is this, a mail should be sent. If salary is this, a mail should not be sent. So let's go to the mails. So you can just come here and type Gmail to be specific, Gmail. And then you come here, you click. And then you're saying you want to send a message. You click send message, right? Then you come, you sign in also the way you signed in for your Google Sheets. You sign in, you just click sign in with Google. When you click sign in with Google, you click this way. You select the account. When you've selected the account, then you're going to get a notification that says that the account has been successfully added. So you want to select all of these things to make sure that you have followed the requirements. So you see everything has been added. Now, we're going to fill up all of these things. Who are you sending the information to? You pick the email, Musa, and you put it here. Then the subject, FIRS tax information, something like that. You can just put that. Then here you select text since you're not sending by HTML. Now here, you're going to add the message, right? You're going to add the message. So let's open this up so that we can just put in all of the message you want to put in. Let's click this so that we can see. Oh no, I don't want to use that. I want us to click on something that we'll be able to see together. Good. So we're going to write the letter now. So we're going to say dear, and then you pick his first name like this as a variable, you drop, and then you put comma. Dear Musa Jiga. This is to inform you that based on the information you have provided to us, you are not eligible to be a tax payer according to the laws of the country. Thank you so much for your honesty. Warm regards. Honesty. Something is going on here. Something is going on here. For your honesty, right? Warm regards. FIRS team. Good. So let's have the information spaced, looking like a clean letter. So from here, and then you drop here to make it looking very nice. So you say with, you can say with salary range, you can just put this in brackets so that it looks like it's in a bracket when it comes out. Don't worry, you're going to test all of these things out together. So we finished writing the mail. So if we send this mail right now, Musa is going to receive his email, and then you click like this, execute. As you can see, you see here, sent, email has been sent. Automatically, email has been sent. Now, we are also going to, so you can duplicate this quickly, and then you add it to this person that's going to be taxed. But don't forget that you need to change the information right here. So you come here to say, this is to inform you, as you can see, there's a typo here, that based on the information you have provided, you are eligible, or you will be, you are profiled to be a taxpayer. You are profiled to be a taxpayer according to the laws of the country. The percentage of tax for your category is 15% of your annual let's say gross salary. Please note that this means this percentage will only be deducted after you have received. Then you drag this. You can just, after you have received above the margin to above the margin to be to not be taxed. So you can say deductions therefore would start, let's say, July 2026. Thank you so much for your honesty. And then you're done. Good. So we do not have any information
All right, so it's been an amazing lesson so far. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs. Thank you, Jacob. Hello. Thank you. I've learned a lot. Like I told you when we started, right? It's not all AI automation expert that can use all the available tools. What I mean by that is there are a lot of unlimited tools at our disposal. You understand? I can easily use. So, for example, the one Mr. Jetro is doing here, right, is it's very simple automation where we are trying to solve a realistic problem, a very feasible problem for FIRS, right? That's the tax committee at in a particular country, let's say Nigeria, for example, and they have a lot of people who are filling their form. So we have to start with the trigger. So thankfully, he has taken us through from the very, very beginning, from trigger, types of triggers, how do you select your trigger. Then it shows the tax, the form submission trigger. Then we feed the form with different feeds. Then you use relative data to select different feed. Then you link that to Excel sheet. Now, this is just one example of the several automations you'll be facing, you understand, as a virtual assistant, as AI automation expert, or wherever you find yourself. This is just one example. I recently worked for a client that said she wants to be receiving weather updates. Weather, you understand? That whenever she's driving, she doesn't want to be checking her phone, or she doesn't want to checking latest news or weather updates. That she automates weather news. You understand? So very very easy. Now, from what she said, she needed automation with weather updates. So that helped me to know. Oh, this is what will be needed. You understand? This is the trigger that will be needed. This is what the condition will be. This is what the timing, the rules, and everything, and that gets me paid. You understand? That to me it's very easy, but to her, she has a problem, and she doesn't need to know how it is for me to do or not. I just have to get it done and get paid. So I think Mr. Jetro is back here. Welcome back.
Sorry, guys. I mean, I'm surprised at the way the network is behaving like this. We usually have our classes every evening. I mean, most evenings. I don't know why the network is back today. Well, Nigeria is well. Let's finish up. So, we have copied our production URL, and then we're waiting for this. So we're going to publish right now. So you click publish. When you click publish, you just it will show you this, and then you click publish this way. Now you can click got it also, and then you can decide to not to worry about all of these things. You can decide not to worry about all of these things. Somebody's raising his or her hand. Is someone raising his or her hand? Okay, good. Thank you so much, sir. So now we have published this. Now I'm going to drop the link of this automation that we just built right now. I want everybody to try it out and come and give me a report. Right? I want everybody to try it out and come and give me a report. Now, there's something that I want us to do just before I send the link. Now, we don't want this to look like it's an AI that sent you the message. Yes, we don't want it to look like that. So we want to wait for like maybe 10 seconds before you get a message after you have filled the form, right? So we're going to add a wait node. It's what we call a wait node. So we're going to add a wait node to this part. So the wait node is more or less saying that wait for 10 seconds before the next action takes place, right? So let's click add here. Then we look for wait node. This is the wait. You just type wait, and then you click here, and then we said we want to wait for 10 seconds. Let's change this to 10. So you can see 10 seconds here, and then you close. And then you can also do the same thing here. You say you look for wait. You look for wait, and then you click here,
Sorry, it's network. I can't hear him again though.
Yeah, let's just him to join back. I think it's his network. I think it's his network. I Messi can try.
Yeah, I can hear you, but the other person that was speaking, I can't hear you again. It's just paused here. But I can hear you.
All right. Once you join back, you just round up, right? Today is the first session of this automation lesson.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so sorry, guys. So I'm very sorry. I don't know what is happening today, but the network is too bad. I didn't foresee this coming because things were working perfectly before now. I mean, before today. All right, let's finish up what we have started. Yes, is someone saying something? Hello. All right. I hope you guys can still hear me. Please, if you can hear me, just reply. Okay, thank you. Thank you. The network is too bad today. But we're going to continue and finish up. So uh yeah, so like I said, we would just continue, we would continue with this, and then we have published this right now, and then I'm going to send the production link to the group. I want each and every one to try it out, and then so that you can have a feel of what this looks like. So here's the production link. Everybody use this link, and then you're going to see everything. You can just unmute to tell me what is going on if something is wrong. So I want to see who will be the first person to get this done, and then maybe when the person receives the email, who will be the first person to receive an email. So please, let's go, people. Let's go, people. Let's go. Let's go. I want to see your replies. Let's go. I want to see your replies, everybody.
Sorry. Those of us that have up laptop, can we try later? Or is our
You
phone?
don't have to use a laptop. Just click this link. You will get access to the form, and then you fill it up. Yeah, Joshua, Ilya, did you get access to the form? Have you filled it up? Yeah, you can also use your phone to fill up the form. You don't need a laptop to fill up the form. So just click the link. Oh, great. Now, Joshua, Ilya, you will also tell us whether you received the email. You can decide to put whatever salary range you want to put. If your salary range is beyond 800,000, you can choose that. So let's go, please, people. Let's go. Who else has filled the form? Who else? So Joshua, have you received the mail? Good, great. That means our automation has worked. Congratulations to everybody. We have successfully built a system. Hopefully the federal government will come to employ us to do this. So this has worked. Any other person has a testimony about this? Who else has gotten a mail? Who else has filled the form and has gotten a mail? Yes. Anybody. Let's go, people. Let me start calling your names one after the other. Ayomide, I can't see you. I've not heard anything from you. Aziz, I've not heard anything from you. Anthony, I've not heard anything from you. Jacob, I've not heard anything from you. Kwadu, I've not heard anything from you. Musa, Messi, Zainab, I've not heard anything from you. Saka, Titilayo, I've not heard anything from you. Waliat, no email yet. Okay, let's wait. We added a 10 seconds wait load. Yeah, somebody wants to say something.
Sorry, sir. I tried
Yeah,
my came blank. I don't know if it went through like that.
the email came blank.
Yes, not the email. Like after I click on submit, the page became blank.
When you click the link.
Yes. After I put all my details and everything, the page became
Yes.
blank.
Yes. Did you see whether it says form submitted?
Yes.
Good. If it has been submitted, you're supposed to receive a mail. Did you get that? Okay. So I can see Joshua, mail has been sent to you. I can see Mohammed Waliat, your mail has been sent. I can see Musa Messi, your mail has been sent. Did you guys receive mails? These people, Joshua, Waliat. Okay. Zainab, you received mail, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, I
great,
received my mail.
great.
Yeah.
Okay. Ayomide, you've not received any mail. Yeah, you just wait. We added a 10 seconds wait load. Exactly. You may receive it now too. Thank you so much, sir. Who is saying something? Waliat is like you were saying something.
Yes, I'm yet to receive my mail.
Okay, please check
But
it.
I've sent the message.
Okay, please check again. Let me
I'm
refresh
yet to
from.
receive any mail.
Okay.
Okay.
This is not supposed to be Mohammed Waliat's email. Oh, good. Now, Waliat is like your email is not correct. What you added there is not correct. I'm seeing Muhammad Waliat 2017 at gmail.com. Is that your mail? So the point is your email bounced
The mail
back.
is correct.
When it bounced back, I can let me show you from here. So, but I have received information from Tisla Osaka. Is someone saying something? Okay. Tisla Osaka, have you received your mail? Because I cannot see you here. Tisla Osaka, I can't see your information here. Okay, good. Tisla Osaka, your email has been sent. Yes, Tisla Osaka, your email has been sent. Ayomide, I have not seen your email. I don't know why you've not received your email. Ayomide, I'm wondering why. Maybe you are still on the 10 seconds wait. Joseph Quarko, I'm not sure your mail live because I can't see it from here. I'm not sure. Messi Musa has received her mail. Waliat, your mail bounced back. Jacob, I think I've seen your mail. No, Jacob, your mail has not. I don't think you have received your mail, Jacob. Let me see who else again is supposed to get a mail. Okay, Joshua, you've seen yours. So yes, Waliat, I saw that you added another mail. Have you received a mail yet?
Yes, I
Let me.
just received the mail.
Aha. So for those of you who have not received mail, maybe your mails have some issues, one or two issues. But I think we have successfully built an automated system. I, I think we have successfully built an automated system that sends personalized emails to Nigerians, especially when it comes to the issue of tax. So as regards, okay, good. Tisilayo, thank you so much. I saw your reply. So we have successfully built this, and as simple as that, you can build solutions for businesses, for companies, and you're going to make money. All you just need to do is to know what you need to start with, what you need to end with. And you can just do this by asking your client, okay, what is the how does this start? When does this start? Is it 8 o'clock in the morning? After 8 o'clock, what happens? People fill in a form or what? Whatever it is very, very simple. And I can walk you through how to do this. In fact, we can actually, in a class, we can randomly just select a particular problem, and together we solve it together, and then you learn. And that is all. So with this, I would like to say congratulations to you guys for learning, for staying through your first class of AI automations and for building these AI automations together with me. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, sir. I will now yield the mic to our host, the person of Mr. Tosin. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Jetro. That was amazing. I don't know if you saw my own VA. I use VA Global. I had to feed the form because I also learned. I learned from you. Thank you. So we are not going to waste any more time. Anyway, we have used all our available time for today, but we are still going to have another session next week as well, right? Where we are bringing another of our instructor to come and teach us how to create AI videos using different AI tools. Of course, it's going to choose just one as well because the truth is there are unlimited tools for all of these things. Like I've told you when we started, this automation, this FRS that it just did now. If I sit down with Zapier, I will do it. You understand? If someone else sit down with make.com, they'll do it. So it's just basically you understanding the system, right? The system, then the nodes or the tools, you understand, or the modules needed for you to create a perfect workflows. Now, for some of us, we already VA Global students. I know Messi is already our student, Quadro, and some other people are already VA Global students. But for those who are not yet VA Global students, we are opening the opportunity for you to join us at VA Global. Come and learn how to do a lot of different things. So this particular program is just a module under virtual assistants, right? That we just introduce automations and so on, virtual assistants. So for you to learn virtual assistants, you're going to be learning everything about this automation. Of course, thankfully, Mr. Jetro is also your instructor in that particular class. So he's going to be taking you through everything. And of course, VA Global also have a lot of other courses. So in 2 minutes, I'm just going to run you through what we have and what you are getting from us at VA Global before we go. All right. Now, these are some of the success stories from some of our students. We have product management program, and this is someone getting a job. We have HR, this is someone getting a job, right? We have VA and CS, this is someone they're getting a job, right? Then we have HRs, like I've mentioned, right? We have internship available for you. This is customer service. So we also have customer service. And if you want to learn customer service and virtual assistant, we also have that combo course. It combines both VA and CS, right? You can also come for that. Then you can go through our Twitter timeline, read some of the stories, some of the reviews from our student, the classes, especially, and jobs, right? Jobs. Try and read some of our students that are saying they got jobs. Now, this particular story, Osarodion, he actually had to pause his masters. You can imagine somebody want to go and do his masters. He said he had to pause it to
my network.
Yes, sorry, people. I think the network is bad almost all over the place today. I think Mr. Tosin was just logged out by the network. However, just to mention to you people that the information that he was trying to tell you that you should go ahead to read. Sometimes we have a lot of informations from our Twitter page, majorly our Twitter page, and then even on our WhatsApp page. Yeah, if we have a group that everyone, all of the graduates from VA Global are on that place, and we keep dropping informations about jobs, some hacks to jobs, some in fact we actually have some logins for restricted jobs that are mainly for people outside of the country, but VA Global has been able to purchase or to subscribe for those aspects, and then it's giving people who are on VA Global, just so that you can have some very good leverage against those who are not in VA Global. So to say to you that you have a lot to gain when you join VA Global. In fact, the CEO himself, that's Mr. Tosin, is almost always available for you whenever you are interested. Whenever you want to reach out to him, is almost available. So I personally was actually trained at VA Global. That was like 2023 or 2024. So please do well to take advantage of these things. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Majestic. Please, where did I stop? Where did you stop hearing me? I just got back.
Yeah, you were talking about Twitter, jobs on Twitter.
Okay. So you can check out our timeline, right, on Twitter to see what students are saying about our jobs and so on. So that's this is where we're going to end the session tonight. If you have any questions, I believe you are on at least one WhatsApp group with us. Drop your questions on the group. The groups are always open. Ask your questions. You can also reach out to me personally. And if you want us to, if you want me to connect you to our instructor directly, I will do that as well. Come and learn everything you need to learn about your choosing program. You understand? Don't don't dull. That's what I'm saying. That don't slow down. A lot of people are making money from these things, and it's like the more you learn, the more you feel like there are still more to learn. You understand? The more you learn one thing, it's like I'm not done learning. There are still a lot of things to learn. So come and learn from VA Global, where we're going to teach you every single thing you need to know about virtual assistants and different other available programs. Thank you so much for being available for this session. I will see you in the next session next week, Friday. Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.